Have you ever thought one day I should create an ebook, but I have no clue where to start? Then this video is for you. I wanted to talk about it because it's a really good strategy for you to create leads in your business. And mostly people don't write ebooks because they don't know where to start. And, I'm here to tell you it can be simple. It can be a great way to generate leads. And what I'm about to show you today is very doable. It's quite simplistic. There's nothing fancy about it. And you need to understand first up, ebooks are not about impressing people. It's certainly not about being clever and definitely not about cramming it all in. I'm sure, because I've read lots of those ebooks, all this information. It's a really good example of more is not more in that sense. It's really about a simple way to help someone understand one thing more clearly than they did before. That's actually, I think, the purpose of it. It's a short, focused piece of content that solves one specific problem. And here's the thing, it doesn't need to be long, doesn't need to be perfect, and it doesn't need to be beautifully designed. My first ebook was certainly not perfectly designed because I didn't have a clue how to do that. So take some heart from that. And it can be around 8 to 15 pages long. You can actually write it in the weekend, and it will generate leads for you for years to come, as my first ebook has done for me. And it's not about impressing people. Don't write it to impress people. It's written, you write it to help someone solve a problem. And that's why it works so well. It also works well because once you've written it, the people you're writing it for can just slowly go through it on their phone, their desktop, anything at all. Just scroll through it in a quiet time, a reflective time. There's no pressure to show up for any masterclass or anything, and there's no pitch. It's actually a really good way to support your audience, your niche, your marketing. And for you, the creator of it, it can be really very powerful to explain something to your audience and your clients when you're not even there. So they're not asking the same question of you. Because after a while, you get a bit tired of repeating yourself, don't you? Explaining the same thing over and over. And this fills a really good gap in your coaching program, business, how to do things. And so you need to do it in a way that works for you. And I mentioned my first ebook before, and I want to just say something about it. I had no clue how to do it, truly. It was just a simple, was it simple? Yeah, I think it was simple because I didn't really know how to do it. And it was much more simple to do than I'd ever expected. It wasn't long, was not fancy. And I didn't try and cover off everything that I knew about that topic. And that ebook, over a couple of years, has generated more than 5,000. I think it's closer to $7,000 in income. And it wasn't perfect, but it did solve a clear problem that my audience have, and it invited them to take the next step. And what surprised me most wasn't about the money. It was realizing the simplicity of creating a document that actually worked. So get ready. Step one, start with one real question. It should be a question that people ask you. It's not a big strategy. It's not a huge promise. It could be just a question like, why isn't this working? X, Y, Z. Why do I feel stuck even though I'm trying my hardest? Why am I visible? I heard this one today. I'm so visible, but I'm not getting results. So if you've heard that question more than 3 times, then it's a good title. It's a good start in writing an ebook that's going to give value and help people out of a tight spot. Step 2, keep the structure simple. What's really going on? Why what they've tried hasn't worked. Give them a simple way to think about the problem and give them 1 or 2 actions, no more, that they can take to do the next step. You're not writing a book. You're writing for clarity. Step 3. This part really matters. Write your book the way you would explain something to a client or a friend. And for goodness sake, if you wouldn't say it out loud, don't write it. Short paragraphs, simple language, and no jargon. And at the end of the day, you want it to be a supportive voice to help your niche, your audience. And after all, it's not a textbook. Step 4, don't overthink the design. You don't need fancy. You can use lots of different options. I've found Google Docs and Canva to be great ways to create something, but you may know other ways. And, the bottom line here is that people are not downloading an ebook because it's pretty. They're downloading it to gain clarity for themselves. So step 5, at the end, the last page, if you like, let people know what they can do next. For example, it might be joining your email list, watching another video, booking a call with you, or working with you. Honestly, this is not about forcing anything. You're just opening the door. You are giving them an invitation. And remember, keep it simple, because simply and simplicity is the way to go, because that's how we learn, when it's simple, straightforward. And the older I get, the more I appreciate this. And I'm a real bottom line person, so I know that this works. So solve one problem for one person and give one next step. That should be enough, once you've written that, to start generating leads. In a future video, I'll explain to you the pathway to make that happen for you without burning yourself out, without creating more stress. Give it a go. Put some questions in the comments if you like, but let me know how you go, because I know this works. And I've gone on to write several other ebooks that are actually doing the same thing. That first one always stands out though, because I really didn't know what I was doing. And hopefully you know more than me about how to pull this all together. But I know it works. Just give it a go.